Meanwhile, my next guest runs an Argentinian exchange set on global expansion throughout Latin America. Joining us now to discuss Bitcoin mass adoption is Borja Martel Seward, co-founder and chief commercial officer at Lemon Cash. Hello there, Borja. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Christine. Thank you for the invite.
Great to have you on. So we learned last year that you had raised $60 million with plans to expand operations in Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Uruguay this year. So how is that going, and what kind of challenges are you coming across?
Well, it's actually really interesting because it's going really, really well. Actually, 2 days ago, we passed the 1 million users mark in Argentina only, which is super, super awesome. Then we also remember that we have our beautiful Visa card that gives you Bitcoin cashback every time you spend, and we've given over 200 million pesos, so like $1 million, in cashbacks in Bitcoin to people that are spending fiat currency. So really, the process of Bitcoinization, like we call it, of the country and the people is truly amazing. We've got over 5% of the employed population in Argentina that it has an active Lemon account. And then also we've got 35% of the market share in Argentina. So like 1 out of 3 people that have crypto in Argentina have it in Lemon, which is also a really cool landmark for us. And then since we started speaking maybe 1 minute ago, there's been already 120 transactions because we are at 2 transactions per second. So honestly, the amount of usage and adoption that Lemon is having as a tool, and remember that we are like a crypto bank, so essentially people can bank on Lemon and also have access to crypto is really interesting. And it's so interesting that we actually became the most downloaded app in the country, above Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, and so on. Like literally Lemon as the most downloaded app in the country of all categories. So for us, it makes a lot of sense that in a country like Argentina, a crypto app is the #1 app in the country. And of course, that it makes a lot of sense that it's also Lemon. And then as to the expansion, well, we're expanding into Brazil, which is the largest economy and the largest market in Latin America. Of course, that our goal is to become #1 in Brazil as well, #1 app in the country. And then, of course, that throughout the year, we'll be expanding into the rest of the countries like Uruguay, Chile, the ones you mentioned, Colombia, Mexico, and so on. But right now, we have a huge focus on continuing on being #1 in Argentina and expanding this Web3 crypto revolution into Brazil.
Sounds amazing. We're experiencing inflation throughout the world due to global economic certainty, war, mangled supply chains. But Argentina and several Latin American countries have been dealing with this for years. So I wonder if you could just talk about the relationship with money that people in Argentina have and why Bitcoin is being sought as an alternative, and what proportion of the population does rely on Bitcoin.
Yeah, 100%. So let's remember that, like you said, right now in the US, inflation, the last report was 7% inflation a year. And in Argentina, we've got 7% a month. So it's like what you get in a year, we get every month. And truly that has shaped the economy and the social behavior in a very particular way. And again, like I think that why is a crypto app the #1 app of the country, and why have we reached to 1 million users in a year? Because we started in January 21, we had 10,000 users. Is exactly because of what you said, because crypto Web3 is changing the way in how people interact with money. Why? Because they can access global currencies and global markets and global everything, and people can spend or save and spending whatever they want to actually do it. So today, let me just give you the example of Lemon. People can save in local currency, fiat currency, or they can save in Bitcoin, stable coins, Ethereum, and so on. So, and they can also use it with a card. So essentially what we are giving people is the freedom to choose in whatever currencies they want to save and to spend. And that is definitely a phenomenon that we will see across the entire world. We will start seeing people that because of inflation, they will want to save in other kind of assets, like maybe stocks, like maybe other cryptocurrencies, and so on. And the great question that we all ask to ourselves is, how can those people spend those assets in which they save? And well, that is what we're doing in Lemon, but of course, and we need lots of more of Lemons throughout the world, because let's say that I wanted to save in tokenized stocks of X company. I should be able to spend those stocks to pay for something in a supermarket. And of course, that crypto allows that through tokenized stocks and so on.